She's married. She got kids. She figured her shit out. And matter of fact, she don't let people into her relationships. That's the number one key. She don't play about that shit right there. So
Yeah.
that
I've learned
reason,
that the hard way.
yeah,
Not letting people in on your relationship, and if you do give people some type of information, just make sure it's information that you know you're comfortable with being thrown back in your face if it ever come down to it.
yeah.
Like I like
Maybe you
that.
have a
11
will.
years strong.
11 years. Me paying all the bills in the house. Ooh, toxic.
Ooh. Very red flag. Big.
Red flag. Super red flag. Okay, so I'm going to introduce our subtopics and we'll dive in short. How social media affects relationships, refusing to change in your relationship, and parental advice in your relationship. So we got a lot of things to cover here. You guys know we try to keep it down to an hour. Sometimes we go over.
We definitely go over.
Especially, yeah.
We've been going over.
We've been
But it's a
we've been
vibe.
going over. Okay, pointing out flaws in your relationship, but not taking responsibility of your own.
Yes, yes, that part. Like, I can't stand when it's like not even saying like in my own relationships, but just seeing it in other people's relationships as well. Like somebody who's like, oh, but you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this. And it's like, okay, damn, out of those 5 things that you said that I did, you did too. So, like, what the fuck? Like, how can I be just this worse or this fucked up?
Like if I'm
And
that bad, why don't you leave? Obviously, you're
oh,
staying for a reason.
or that, but not leave me. What I feel is just like you can't sit over here and bash me down on cutting you off when just an hour ago when we were having a conversation, you cut me off, but I didn't trip.
That's all the hypocrisy of the situation.
I'm gonna be the fucked up
Yeah,
one in this whole podcast.
it's all good.
And you're gonna be the one that
I'm the
got your
sober
shit
one.
together.
I'm always a fucking sober one. Jesus. So every few minutes, I like to reintroduce the topic, what we're talking about, ways to join us, ways to get involved. So once again, this is my cousin Zuri. My name is Ivana. We have officially named our podcast Opinion Hated. You are welcome to comment, to add a question, to join the live, or just sit and listen. It's all up to you. But today's topic is relationships. We're going to talk about how social media affects relationships, refusing to change for the relationship, and parental advice.
Let's start off with if you're in a relationship and your woman feels like you're being just a little too friendly with the fucking like button, okay?
Mm.
Like, what's the need? You don't even know the bitch. Like in real life, she don't even look like that. Like, so what the fuck are you
For
so pressed
starters, bitch.
for
For
fucking
starters.
one?
Jesus.
But yeah, like I feel like it should never be a problem when your significant other
Oh
wants.
shit.
Hey,
Okay. Introduce yourself. Stay on topic. Those are the only
Nikki.
rules. Talk your shit.
My name is Dominique, everybody. I am Ziri's sister-in-law.
Hi, beautiful.
So I was okay. So like I'm married. I've been married for 7-8 years, and I have a son with my baby daddy. But okay, so when it comes to like that 50-50 shit, I'll give my opinion about it first, and then I guess I'll just ask you guys. But I feel like when it comes to that, I feel like
Wait, let me
men.
pause you real fast. I never said we were experts, bitch. We just podcasting, okay?
Yeah.
I can't save your relationship.
I know, but we all go through some shit. So
Okay. We're going to figure it out together, though.
Some people.
Exactly.
But I'm tired of arguing about some same shit with this thing, and I need to hear.
Okay, period. I have to let you know. Just disclaimer.
But when it comes to that, I feel like if your man is like the main provider or bringing in more of the income, I do feel like that he should be, the main one paying bills when it comes to the house. Don't get me wrong. I don't say that. I don't think they necessarily have to pay all of the bills, but I feel like they should take care of more of the bigger bills, especially if you bringing in more of the income. And see, where we got a situation to where I pay bills, he pay rent because he makes more money than me, obviously. But we do still run into situations where, like, for instance, let's say some bills is a little too much that just out of my range, and I ask for a little help, and we'll get into it like, oh, well, you're supposed to take care of the bills, and I take care of the rent. You don't give me money for rent, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So it's just like, when it really comes down to that, should it be 50-50, or should it be do you guys feel like the men should just be the only providers, or what?
Okay, I want to go first.
Okay, go. You have to check first.
I want to go first. I feel like if the man is making more of the money, then I honestly feel like he should be paying like majority of the bills. It's like, yeah, of course you're paying rent. That's like a given. I mean, bills are a given too, but when it comes down to like, okay, well, what bills are you gonna pay versus what bills am I gonna pay? It's just like, it shouldn't even be like a conversation.
A question, exactly, right?
Exactly. It should just be off tops. Okay,
because when a nigga down,
paid,
it's expected of a women to take care of everything.
Yeah.
And things like
I
that.
have to say I disagree though, and let me tell you why. Because I feel like everything starts with a conversation. Okay, everything starts with a conversation. You can't, and we've talked about this before, gender roles. You cannot come into, at the end of the day, a relationship is a partnership. A partnership is an agreement to be with this person. Now, when you get with this person, you're committing to whatever your problems are or my problems, and vice versa. So yes, he's paying all the rent and you're paying the bills. Now you need help paying the bills because maybe your check was short, maybe somebody left the lights on 3, 4, 5 days in a row. Whatever the case may be, somebody has to sacrifice. Now it also comes down to outside of the bills and the necessities in the household, where is the money being spent? Because if you're telling me you don't want to help me with the bills, although you paid the rent because you have something planned with your boys, or you have a certain habit that you need to upkeep, well, now I feel like your priorities are outside of the household.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to it all.
She hit it right on the nose, baby. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So it just all comes down to communication, because in a long scheme of things, if this person has a problem helping you pick up where you left off and not being able to pick you up when you're down, you're not for me. Because there's way worse problems in life than being able to pay my bills. I might have a medical bill or a medical emergency, and you're going to tell me, oh, well, you got the bills and I got the rent.
Yeah.
I'm on my deathbed. Hell no. So we need to be on the same page.
No,
so
that's
I hope that answers your
shit.
question. Like I said, we're not relationship experts, but that was perfect.
No, that's real shit though.
You had a very like valid good point when you said, but you also got to take in factor what else are you doing with your money though. Right. Like if
because you're not about to be arguing with me over no light bill and you just spend $300 on a game. That's where you
exactly. On a game,
and we just bumping heads like that. Like I just watched you do what you did, and you arguing with me about helping me with a $500 light bill, but you running up this air all goddamn day. Exactly. Like make it make sense.
Yeah.
And the response was, I'm paying all the rent. You can't pay the light bill. Right. I get it.
The rent ain't gonna go up because we wanted to add a little extra bedroom or decorate the house or some shit like that. The rent ain't going up.
I'm at work all day. You sit in this bitch running air all day, and you got the audacity to tell me you ain't giving me. You're not gonna help me. I get it. I pay
kicking back, living good.
But don't take advantage. Like I get you pay the rent, but the rent is not the only thing that runs
this new person.
You need to reassess your relationship. Hello, beautiful. Introduce yourself. Stay on top.
I'm Vicky 1020. That's commenting on here. I was the one I paid all the bills in my house I still pay all the bills in my house because I made more money than my spouse. So the conversation was, I'm a 100% disabled veteran. So I get a disability check every month that pays my mortgage and that helps pay most of like the leisure bills. I have 2 children, cover all of that stuff, right? So The only thing that my husband paid for was like if we went out, he paid for stuff, or his his car note and shit like that. Like he really wasn't paying for nothing. So when I started going through the phase of, hey, I'm overdoing it by myself, like I need you to start putting more into it. Like you paying a water bill. Water bill ain't no more than $95, even in the summer in Texas. I need you to do more because mortgage went up. Mortgage went up to like $2,000 at one point. So I was like, I need more, like I need help. And our arguments always stem from finances. So like we're literally going through the separation because financially I got overwhelmed and we ended up falling out, and he made the choice to say, I don't want to do it. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know where you finna find another spot at where you finna just live for free outside of your mama house. But that's where he went back to, was his mama house. And then your mama didn't tell you to do something better for your wife and for your kids. So we just
We're
continued to
gonna
fall
touch
out.
on that. We're gonna touch on that today in relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start off by saying men are natural providers. As far as the real masculine men, they want to provide for their woman. They want to feel needed by her. Like, I wish she would fucking join, but my cousin, her husband, stay at home. He said, you're not about to work because this is what I'm gonna do. I'm the laborer and you're the backhand. So when you asked him about helping out, he obviously was against it, right? He had an attitude. I feel like this is, and I'm like, again, I'm not an expert. I just feel like he wasn't completely invested in the relationship, because by him failing you, he felt the relationship. Therefore, what are you holding on to? You know what I mean? And like I said
Talk
to
your
Dominique,
shit.
and like I said to Dominique, I feel like this is a contract. A relationship is a contract. And the moment I asked you for help, that was your opportunity to prove to me that I can rely on you. Because see, women, we want to be able to depend on our men. Not that we have to, but we want to be able to.
Exactly.
That's what makes us feel like the female. And for men, they want to feel needed by the woman. So when either of those are lacking, that's when the relationship don't work out. And me personally, I'm the breadwinner. I'm not necessarily in a relationship. We all have situations and shit. But I'm the breadwinner. I choose to pay my rent and my bills because I don't want nobody being able to say, well,
I did this
I
for
did
you, so
this.
now run me that. Yeah. Understandable.
Girl, not me.
That's how it was in the dating realm. But when you're married, it's a whole different dynamic as a married person. So I assumed, and that's me assuming, like we did counseling and everything, and the counselors even said, hey, you didn't reset expectations until you had a second baby. You didn't talk through it until you had a second baby. Y'all didn't go through certain pieces of it because you expected a certain thing from a man instead of telling him directly, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is all these things. But when we started talking about money, like, hey, let's go 50-50 on everything, he was like, I'm out of here.
But
And so it's
what's crazy though, if it was the right person, I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings here, but if it was the right person, he'd be quick to drop a bag on a bitch though. Because we think we're asking for a lot by them helping with the rent or the bills or necessities, but then there's women out there who don't need help with the rent, bills, or necessities. They just want you to prove to them that you can pay to get their feet done. You could buy them a bag. You can get their hair done and their nails done. So we're never asking for too much. We're just asking the wrong person, girl.
understandable. I hear you for sure.
Are you preaching or are you preaching?
I'm saying,
I'm
hold on.
to throw away the relationship because the delusion of access to more options. So this is like more so going into social media. It's a huge problem for our relationships nowadays because so many men, so many women, we think that we got so many options. Like, oh, you don't want to make your relationship work. You don't care to make your relationship work because you feel like, well, shit, I got 1,000 followers on Instagram and one of these bitches gonna fuck with me or one of these guys gonna like me. So we're
Right.
so quick to
And they
throw the
fucked
relationship.
up where they think the grass is greener on the other
And what
side,
is it
but it ain't.
really though, Linda? What is it really though? Tell us.
That shit is dried in a bitch. That shit is. There you go.
We all know by now, right, that the grass is greener where the fuck you water it at. So that
Yeah.
being said,
And I'm the
relationships
well,
nowadays,
bitch.
to how social media affects relationships. Give us a little bit about how it may or may not have affected your relationship, Linda, because I don't.
This is like I said, like I personally do not like a friendly ass nigga. So I just don't feel like, okay, cool, you want to have female followers. I'm not like tripping about you having female followers, whatever. But if it's not a homegirl, somebody you knew from high school type
I
shit, like
know a
all this
lot
other
of
type
y'all
of
can
shit,
relate to this, so y'all better
what
hop
the
in that
fuck are
live.
you liking this
Join the
bitch picture
live.
for? You think she
You
looks
ain't got
cute?
to lie,
Like,
man.
okay, she could look cute. Of course, a man is gonna think another woman is cute, fine, sexy, whatever. I'm not the finest, but I feel like I'm the finest. So therefore, you should never make another bitch feel like she like bad, like fine than the woman that you're with.
Ooh, so my follow up on that is a lot of. I'm not even gonna call these males men anymore. I'm just
You
gonna
ain't
call them
gonna lie,
males.
Craig.
A lot of men, boys, males, whatever, they get with a woman because of the way she looks, because her ass is fat, because of the way she blah, 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 blah. Once they get her, the thrill is over. They no longer are interested in pleasing her, making her happy, actually giving her a valuable relationship. They just want to be able to say, I bagged that. I fucked that.
Right.
I hit that.
Okay,
I
but see,
whatever.
she said social media does not bother me unless they reaching out. So what do you mean by reaching out though? Like by like DMing? So basically you're saying you don't mind your man commenting on a female's picture saying,
That's
damn,
reaching out.
or you
I think she
bad as
means like
fuck.
I think she means like contact in general. But let me add to that though, because if you go, let's just say you go on somebody's page or whatever the case
It
may be, and
depends on what type of
that
picture and every picture. Now that's the
you
problem.
notice that all he follows is females, okay? And then you get with him, you decide to take him serious, whatever case may be. And you're like, damn, like, can you delete all these? And they say, oh, well, I've been had those followers or whatever the case. Your following list, I don't care what nobody say. Your followers list can tell a damn story, okay?
Oh yeah.
If all you got is females, you have an ego problem. You need to be validated by females.
Ooh.
That's fact. Somebody prove me wrong. I would love. Matter of fact, where is Heavyweight Holy at? Because this was again his topic too.
Ego problems.
Ego problems that they're trying to be validated and her
You know
having male
what they do.
followers. Let me
Exactly.
tell
Niggas
you
know
why
what
you
they
don't
doing when
mind
they
her
liking
having male
certain
followers.
pictures and too many pictures. Thank you.
I don't mind when they
The
like to do
fuck?
stuff with all
I'm
the
gonna take a
content
fucking
out.
shot to that.
Okay, he said I don't mind her having male followers. Um, maybe you don't love her enough. Because if you loved her, you gonna mind that shit. I'm telling you, you gonna care.
I'm,
Um,
I'm
DMs and
fucking
comments.
dead.
I mean, I'm telling you, maybe you ain't been in love. Maybe you ain't been in love yet. Because once you're in love, and there's a difference between loving a person and being in love with a person. When you in love,
Facts.
you don't
Facts. If
mind
you
that
not
shit.
in love with that bitch, then of course you're not gonna give a fuck about her having male followers and
Niggas
liking a nigga
know what
picture and
they
all that
feeling in
shit.
this.
Thank you. Thank you. Now y'all feeling me.
I don't be loving these hoes and I don't care either. That's a lie because now this is my cousin Chris. Let's get into it because he's capping. He's a simp. And you know what?
Yeah.
Join the damn live. Talking all that shit. Introduce yourself. Stay on topic. Those are the only rules.
And look, man, the way I feel about it, I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I feel like, I feel like, even me as a man, I'm speaking about myself too. I feel like niggas fuck it up, bro. Like when I be going outside, bro, I go outside to the little club and shit. I be saying whatever. I be saying whatever. I don't be caring. I be drunk. I be high. I be on my vibe. Feel me? So I say whatever I think gonna get her attention. Now I
Okay, you
know I
tell her
can
what
already
you want to
get her
hear.
attention. Right, right. But then like when you gotta hold up what you said type shit,
Mm-hmm.
I end up falling off. And then what I recognize is the fuck up is cause like when the next nigga try to talk to her and he actually can do that shit, I done already made it seem like niggas is cap. So she ain't even gonna believe it.
Mm-hmm.
The worth of them actions and the follow through when he said he's gonna do it's gonna outweigh. Like like you end up like how I've seen it with the bitches I talked to. I didn't lie, said I was gonna do something, didn't do it. The next nigga did it. Now that shit really matter, cause he held his word.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? So now,
So
she holding on
your
to the
ego
worth
was
of.
affected. Now we're talking about your ego, right?
Nah, it ain't even my ego. I'm saying like now the
Fuck
the
yes,
worth
it
of a follow through
is.
mean more
That's
to the
that
bitch.
ego
Like
shit. That's why I
it ain't
said,
even about my
woo.
ego. It
Niggas,
ain't even about my
niggas'
ego.
egos is
It's
like way higher
crazy. It's
than
about my
females'
ego.
egos.
Okay,
I'll tell
Cause
you
of,
that.
cause of,
so
cause of,
explain to me why it
cause of,
matters now. Explain to me
cause of.
why You made a
I'm not saying it
pass.
don't matter. I'm not saying it don't.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm
Especially
not the
out
nigga
here
that was gonna
texting
follow
off
through.
following a nigga I don't even know.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever really loved a female, or are all of us just bitches? I mean, let me know.
Nah, not all these women is bitches. I feel like I
He's
have
from the Bay,
before.
by the way, okay? Telling people
I'm
don't
from
feel
the Bay where
bad.
it's women, bitches, and hoes, man. I believe in them all. I love them all to death the same way. I love a hoe
Okay.
just like I love a respectable woman. They all the
And
same
that
to me.
is something that I mean, I had to, a lot of my insecurities was like, I thought I was pretty, right? I make good money, thought I had it all figured out and shit, until I realized most men don't have a fucking type.
My type is in the attitude. It's
I
not in all
think
the other shit.
I think when you want to sit over here and say, oh, niggas don't have a type because like if they with a certain bitch and then they be fucking on other bitches that ain't they bitch
Nah,
type,
niggas are more
I just think it's
exceptions.
just because like
Type.
a nigga want to get his dick wet.
Yeah,
Like
more
it ain't about what
exceptions.
he like. It's just about that nigga horny as fuck and he want to get his dick wet.
Like if
The fuck.
you look at who I date, you gonna
Because
think I like
niggas will
light.
sit over here and fuck a bucktooth cross-eyed bitch, yuck mouth, okay? And what you shaking no to? I'm not saying
Who
you,
doing that,
but
cuz? Who doing that?
I mean,
Who really
shit, you
doing that?
probably did fuck a bucktooth bitch before.
I didn't fuck a
Like,
Okay,
big one
but okay,
before. I
but
ain't never fucked a bucktooth bitch though.
he said that his type is not a physical appearance. He said his type is an attitude. So explain to us what you mean in an attitude, because I think
I
everybody
like
has an attitude.
I like it's gonna sound terrible,
don't piss
bruh.
me
Oh
off.
my god.
Don't piss me off.
Opinion
I
hated.
like the
Talk your
rule. I
shit.
like the bitches I'm not supposed to like. Like my favorite bitch right now is a bitch that like we are like when I first met her, we used to argue. She
They
used to call
have
me on my name. I used
favorites,
to up
y'all.
it on her and
He
hella
just
shit. Like,
confirmed it. They have
oh,
favorites.
I see the favorite too on the dead homies. Like I could call her right now. She gonna answer the phone. I just started talking to her again. It's been like 10 months. I ain't talked to her in hella long. I just called her today. She owned it all over again. That's why I like her. She know what time it is. She know.
But
As soon as Chris come
what
back,
is
oh
it about
shit.
her that she? Okay, okay, all right. So you like
She
that
handle business. She a
availability?
hustler. She a hustler, and she don't tolerate bullshit. Like if I'm on any kind of bullshit, even if it don't affect her life, she just instantly be a hella rude. She standoffish. She not giving me no type of nothing. I
Okay,
like
so
that
you're
shit.
attracted to the discipline that she comes with. You
On
you
my
like that
mama.
she?
I like
Okay,
I
okay.
like the way she put it too, because if she was disciplined, but she was saying it nice,
You're a
I'll
red
run over her.
flag. I just figured it
Toxic.
out. You're a whole
Cause
Philip
fucking red
I'm
toxic.
not
flag. That's what
shit.
you
I ain't gonna
are.
lie to you.
A
I'm not like
fucking flag.
terrible
Everything
women.
about you
I
is
like
just a
terrible
red
I
women.
mean, she
fucking
don't
flag.
sound that
I like
terrible once
women.
you put it like that, though.
I like
It sounds
women
like she
that
just
like
know what she wants, and you
yes,
like that shit.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And I want you to be rude about it too. I want you to stand on it. I don't want you to tiptoe and oh he's gonna get it against you. You want me to respect what you said? You need to stand on that shit.
Okay.
On my mama, make me feel
Okay.
it. I'm
And
gonna
that's
play with
because
you.
you
I'm a
hood, though. That's
manipulator.
because you hood. So you like motherfucker to put you in
Cause
your place, but in a
I'm
nice
a
way.
manipulator. I'm going to work you out your feelings and make you feel like you're wrong. You got to be
Yo,
able to know
God.
you feeling.
You
You
gotta
know,
respect the
I
motherfucker
feel you
who
know.
comes at you like and tells you like what the fuck it is and what the fuck he want. Like you can't be confused about it. You can't sit over here and be like, oh, but I no.
Scenarios, Chris, and I need you to pinpoint this before we go on to the next one. So one of the subtopics was refusing to change for a relationship, and you admitted that it's your ego. You like when a woman puts her foot down and she stand on what she said, right? So refusing to change in the relationship. Now, there's many reasons why people don't change for their relationship, and my notes was that person really doesn't value you enough to change. You're temporary, you're entertainment, or you're good for their ego. You just confirmed that in your scenario she's good
Another one.
for your
So
I'm
use
sorry.
another one too. For me in
Okay.
them situations, I'm the type of person. I'll be feeling like I put peace first. So like if me like say you tripping on me about dishes and shit, if me just handling them dishes is gonna get me closer to peace than me arguing with you, and I'm just gonna do them. I'm not gonna care about having to say something to say back or nothing. So I feel like what it really come down to is like when it come to that type shit is like the worth of the compromise. You feel me? Because in actuality, like if what I need and what you need could coincide, you would be more willing to do that. It's because of how what I say I needed, you know what I mean? It affected you. It hit you.
It
So
did.
now
So
you're
do
not fucking.
you feel like it pushed her away, or in that
Oh,
situation,
oh
like in that
yeah,
situation?
definitely. Like me, like my last relationship, right? I wasn't necessarily like I wasn't like I'm bad at giving attention. I'll be peeping at like for me me being in the room with you, we sit next to each other. I don't got to be like hella on you and shit for me. Or let me reverse that. You don't got to be hella on me for me to feel like you fuck with me or like we're together right now or like, you know. But sometimes I could be getting with these girls and like if I'm not hella like in their face telling them, come here, babe, come lay down with me or rubbing on them some type of way, bitch feel like I don't like her. And it's like, bro, like for me, like
Okay, but a lot of that is because who you are though. Like you are into music, artists have this stigma, like they got all these bitches, and she's probably thinking, I'm just another bitch in the room right now. Like we in the studio, I'm just another bitch. You probably had one here yesterday. Everybody fucking know about it. They laughing in my face. So women have ego too. If we feel like we're not the only one, we're not gonna be all up on you. We're not gonna want to show affection and love to you because we know that there's something going on. The woman's intuition is real. We
It
know.
is so fucking real. Let
I got
me
a big
fucking tell you.
telling you
Say that
something.
shit again. The woman's
Yes.
intuition
9 times out of 10, when we're
Cause
is
asking you
of
something,
it's
we
like that third
already
cause of
eye.
fucking
I
know.
don't me if a girl getting her feelings off of something I did, but not because of what I did though, because of like how she said, like I got her over here, she telling herself she got herself in her feelings. That's my obligation to fix it.
Absolutely.
Because hold on, because in reverse, as a nigga, say the business something like how she moving affected me, right? It's my obligation to fix how I feel.
No,
You feel me?
no, it's
As a man,
not. No, it's
but
not. And
all right,
now there's a difference if we're talking about a situationship or a relationship. In a
I'm talking about
relationship, huh?
because of I'm saying if you on Instagram, right,
Okay.
and your nigga feels the type of way about how you posting, that's his fault for feeling the type of way about how you post because that's your Instagram and how you want to express yourself. When a nigga did something to your feelings and now you're affected because of what you told yourself because of your ego, that's his obligation to fix. You feel me?
It's
That's
not.
we.
It's. I don't
That's
know
we.
about if it's an obligation to fix it, but I feel like it's your obligation to voice how you feel to that person
It be
because
my
nobody's a
obligation.
mind
If
reader.
I don't do it,
You said,
I'm ruined. If you don't do it to me, I'm just gonna up and move
this
on.
nigga
We're
G.
fine.
We got you all figured out. You're not
Yeah, we
ready for a
got you
I'm
relationship.
not
You
well
need a
figured
tell you.
out,
specific
bro.
I'm
You're a red
situation.
because
flag.
of
You're a red
I'm trying.
flag. That's
I'm
what I figured
it,
out.
bruh. But you look at it like this though. I didn't have no role model of what a nigga in a relationship look like when he shit. All my role models is niggas that sell dope or is outside trying to get on a nigga ass. Them niggas ain't showing me what they look like in a relationship. Feel me?
No,
I'm
and
not.
that's 80% of society. And that's going to tie us into our other topic about parental advice in relationships. We're going to get into that in a minute. But definitely having an example to go off of makes a big impact in a relationship. But it also
Should
can
get
be the
into
wrong
that one.
influence from the wrong person. I don't, maybe you can relate to this, but one of the subtopics is we got some new viewers. So let me reintroduce, give us a second. We are Opinion Hated Podcast. This is my cousin Zuri. This is our guest, Chris Holyweight. How is it? Heavyweight Holy. We're
Oh,
talking about relationships. We talked about how social media affects relationships, refusing to change in the relationship. We're going to get into that one. But right now, we're going to talk about parental advice in relationships and how it can affect the way you handle it. So, one of my notes was not being able to get advice from parents or even just an adult, whoever you look up to or whatever. So you're saying that you didn't have anyone to look up to, so you don't know what this should be like.
hell no. My biggest role model on how to be a man is damn near society. No cap. I watched that nigga and watched every way he behaved and all the shit and just mimic that. I swear to God, I try to be like Kane without killing myself because I see where he went. I'll be like, let me just chill sometimes. All the other shit though, I'll be on. As much as I try to aspire to, it'd be so hard to stay on the path I want to be on. Like, I be doing shit out of my emotions sometimes. I be doing shit I don't even be knowing like where it be stemming from, and then they be like, damn, like who do I bounce this off of that's older than me? The old niggas older than me, 2, 3 years older than me. You ain't got no real advice. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. There's a difference between being a male and being a man, and a lot of our males nowadays are not men. So you got to be careful who you get your advice from too. I mean,
That
it's
part.
affects half of y'all transition to bitches. So yeah, we
know
not
how they
really
became.
pushing the males
Oh,
here.
You want to know
oh
how they became that?
shit!
You want to know how
I
they
wasn't
became that?
ready for that one. Oh
You want
fuck!
to know how they became like bitches though?
Yeah, tell
Think
me.
single mom household.
Okay, okay,
It's you, your mama, so you see how your mom handles shit. You
okay.
feel me?
So you talked about how the obligation, much detail. You were raised by a single mother, so would you say
Yeah.
it's her fault?
I think on certain aspects, like I seen in the few times my dad had the ability to try, because he asked out on certain levels to where like he not really capable to be a father. But on the times when he was capable and was trying, she was trying to move in a whole different direction. And at my age, how I felt, it felt like it was fake intention on some petty shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like my dad moved from Detroit to Atlanta. That same year we moved to California. You feel me? Like we could have stayed in out here. Like you feel me? Like what was the purpose of that? And as I'm growing up watching women have kids and then they like trying to make it work with they
Pretty
kids'
Rich
father,
Jay, we're gonna get to that. That's a good one.
I'll be
Add it in
like,
the
I'll be looking,
question for me. Go ahead.
I'll be like, damn, like nigga, is this what my mom did? Like, nigga, you struggle to make work my day. He's like, fuck it. It's just was like, I'ma just fuck that nigga. I'ma just make it work. Like, I see for your feelings how that worked. You feel me? It might have worked out for you. You didn't want to be around a nigga. That's all good. What about me though? Feel me? Now I'm just around you and what friends you're around.
He didn't want to be a father, or he wasn't ready to be a father. So, and I'm gonna speak from like my point of view. A lot of you guys know I got pregnant at 16, had my son, blah 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 blah. I may not have been ready,
Competition with
but
you.
as a mother, we have a
Ooh,
different type of
facts.
obligation where we have to get ready. And I mean, there's men too, because I was raised by a single father because my mom passed away. However, depending on who you're talking to, depending on the situation, the dynamics, because a lot of people, speaking of social media, a lot of our parents had fucks. You know what I mean? One night stands. So they didn't feel like they wanted to deal with this person. Like, bitch, I wasn't supposed to be with your ass. That shit just happened, and now we here. So you can't really blame him. I don't know the situation, but you can't really blame certain people for not wanting to be involved in a child's life, because sometimes the absence of a father or mother has more benefits than their presence, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after talking with you, you seem a little toxic, cousin. So what are
I
you
have
gonna do
already
different?
said, y'all are not listening. I have already said this man is a red flag. Everything about him is a red fucking
Hey,
Okay, but
flag.
look, we're trying to
hey,
help him
He
change.
needs
We're
to
trying to get him to
grow.
see
He
I'm,
needs
what you've been through and the way you treat women. It seems like you're not making a change, and you're going to be repeating history. So what are you going to do different?
my main thing that I do different, I feel like I uphold out of everything that I've seen that like I seen was wrong. I try to stay through my feelings. I don't let my feelings affect me being there or not. You feel me? My feelings come second. Like I could be feeling like, bro, fuck this bitch right now. But if I made an obligation that I was gonna be there, I'm just gonna be there. My
Okay.
and
feelings
that's
are
what you're saying you're gonna do different?
like when I try to find different answers and shit, the shit that I try, I end up failing with. It don't ever really be a good fix. You know what I mean? That's what I fail at. It's finding what the fix need to be. But the process of thoughts and shit, it be there. I'll be telling
That
myself like, chill out, just walk off or something. Just like walk off and come back or
yeah.
go watch the dinner, go smoke a black or something. Like go chill, bro. And I come back
You say
and I
go smoke a
apologize.
blunt or go smoke a black?
It don't matter. A black. I'll be smoking
A
Oh
lot
blacks when I
hell
of it is
no! Hold on, Linda. Hold on, cause
look
what the fuck? How you
look.
gonna pick a black over some weed?
Y'all know, I had a cool dad, and I was very honest and everything like that with my relationship with boys and everything like that. He taught me a lot, and I was raised by real ones, you know. But I never experienced that. If anything, since Alicia Young is on here, I feel like she's been the one that's in my relationship more than my parents.
okay.
Oh, okay.
We don't want no problems.
We don't want no problems, but I know you said from my experience, yeah.
Okay.
That's
How would you say, has she ever like crossed a boundary in your relationship, and like how did it make you feel?
I like this podcast. Okay.
Talk
All
your
right.
shit.
Talk your
Uh,
shit.
yeah, Daddy didn't play. You're absolutely right, but I feel like he was more of my safe space than. Not saying you weren't, but I just feel like with that topic, I can talk to him without
You said
judgment
ain't
and
no
judgment.
boundaries.
With judgment.
Thursday is gonna be about boundaries, y'all. So just
Okay,
know.
good. Right, yeah. Yeah, stay on topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, say she crossed a boundary. I would just say she, like my current relationship right now, I feel like she's like, since she lived life already and experienced certain things, which is understandable. I learned from everybody around me mistakes, but it's like it's life, and I still have to make my own experience too.
Oh,
So
she wants to join. Dude, you gotta
I
hop off, my
oh
love. We
no, do
gotta
not let her
have her
join y'all,
input
because I'm not gonna be able to talk.
Okay.
right now, but we gonna let her join. Big L, what's the motherfucking deal, cousin? All the way from
You
Jamaica. Straight
messy
to
as
the
fuck.
topic. Talk
Hey,
your
you
shit and
messy as
don't cut her off.
Okay, so I was just gonna say, me and Charmaine's experience was very different, and I think that has
Big
something
way.
to do with the age gap. My dad did not play. He's met. So in terms of being a safe space, like I was talking to my dad one time. I was dating an older guy. The older guy was 11 years older than me, and I told my dad he didn't act like it was a big deal. But like 2 weeks later, my dad met that guy at my house, and my dad said, "Hello,
but
young
me, I
man.
wouldn't know
Please
not
don't
to do
ever
that.
come over here again." So I think that while for me, I would say like my parents, I could come and talk to them, but I also recognize that at any given point, my dad specifically, he would definitely turn it around. And if he didn't like something, I was dating never to come back to our house again. I think that was a boundary. I'm like, when I tell people my dad don't play, it's one thing, but to actually have to deal with I felt like that was a boundary.
Yeah.
Zuri, Vanna, thank you.
Hi,
I
cousin.
just
I
appreciate the
love
top of you
you.
I
guys.
love
Keep it
you.
going. I'm watching y'all in
Opinionhated.
Listen up,
Jamaica. I love you
souvenirs,
guys.
souvenirs. I love you.
That was good. Charmaine, finish your experience now that she's gone. Let us know what boundaries was crossed and how did it make you feel?
The boundaries with her, like I said, with my current one, I would say it's not really a boundary, but I just don't like, for instance, she went through something. I mean, maybe it's just a big sister thing, and it's understandable, but it's like, for instance, she was like, oh no, like make faces like, oh no, you need to leave him alone. Da, da, da. But it's like, it's people you needed to leave alone, but I never said nothing. Like, I say
Yeah.
it after the fact where it's like, see, I knew it, like I told you so, but it's still like, I don't want to be like I told you so, but it's like, it's my point of view.
Yeah.
Right.
Say you had a partner that you were like, I see this going far. I may want to
Uh-huh.
marry this person. Is she somebody that you would be selective with, like sharing information with?
Uh, yeah, but I feel like me in general, I'm a private person. Like she calls it weird, but I feel like I'm just a private person. Like I will tell you what I want you to tell you, and if I want you to know, you will know. Like,
I like that.
I think
Okay.
Linda's like that too.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
selective.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very selective because I've learned my lesson with that specifically, like
Yeah.
over
I think
sharing
I
information and it
became like
backfiring.
that. I wasn't like that in
Mm.
the beginning with relationships. That's why I said like I had to learn from my mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced like dealing with someone, like let's say you're in the talking phase or whatever and everything like that? You know how usually like when you get out of a relationship, do you heal then get in a relationship, or do you like just jump into a
Ooh.
relationship and then
Ooh.
try to like cover up that feeling
That
that
trauma.
you have for that other person, and then
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you're putting how you went through your last relationship with your new person, and you either ran them away or like they tell you about it? Like, how would you feel, or have you guys experienced that?
The insecurities I've brought from one relationship, like let's just say relationship A made me feel a certain type of insecurity. I will go into the next relationship feeling like, well, do you feel like that way too? If he feels this way about me, or if this certain situation made me feel like this, will my next relationship reflect the same? You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
like we talked about like social media and how it affects basically women, like because it mainly affects us when a man is liking pictures, commenting, and everybody's DM.
Yeah.
We feel insecure because we feel like we're not enough, or like, well, what is it about her or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody gonna say they don't feel insecure and they don't give a fuck, but we do. We think y'all know my dad. He don't have a type. I'm talking about at all. And the way that he handles females makes me feel like a lot of men think and move the same way. So I don't have security. Like,
Definitely.
you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself for sure.
He said, I feel women have to prove themselves. So basically he's
Mm-hmm.
saying like even like men, like they have to prove like they even like deserve to be in the family. Like they have to prove that they gonna be there. They have to prove that they gonna
Be a
stick it
man.
out. Like they gonna have to prove that they can even motherfucking stick through
Yeah.
our motherfucking family. The fuck, our family alone. Like, come on.
To say I'll bring a partner in, it's like, oh well, that's Ivana's people, so we gonna accept it. Like, you need to do some background, not necessarily like that, but like they need to prove themselves. Yeah, 100% agree. 100%. I know.
They definitely have to have a motherfucking backbone to be in our family. They have to
Yeah.
be able to survive
But it also
a family
speaks
cookout.
volumes. It also speaks volumes on the man's part. The one that's saying this for sure.
No,
He
yeah.
might be some fuck shit the next week and just met the whole family like, nah, that's out, and then make yourself look bad. Yeah. Big facts. Like, it's gonna ruin his reputation if he bring a female around. And let's just say somebody knew that girl and it's like, damn, that's your girl. She on social media doing the most. Yeah, like you.
Right.
I feel like if I bring around people, you wifey for sure. Okay.
I mean,
So
ew.
that means you ain't never brought no female around, right? Because
Right.
I don't know if you're married, but
Or he could just be the type of nigga that's just like, I don't do relationships. Like, I just fuck a bitch and get on. And then when he finally do be in a relationship, he feel like that's that girl to bring around.
okay. I mean, that's valid. I know my family is toxic, so my family might ruin the relationship for me. In our family, you matter of fact, poet, I'm surprised you're still around because you didn't seen some shit. That's Zuri's husband.
It was the night before Christmas.
Bitch, you're a fucking liar. First of all, be for real. Let's start there. Be for real.
We're not gonna say names. You know,
Okay.
nobody specific. You know, yeah. Anyways, so it was the first time he ever was like really like around my family. It was a birthday party, is what it was, and it got late. People started drinking more. And then that's when Aaron had came over. I pulled up, and by this time, certain people were very lit, like 2 wine bottles lit,
Okay.
gallons lit,
Oh,
and just by themselves. Nobody tapping in on the bottle, nobody sipping on it, just by themselves. I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, so then this person who is like toasted way past like white girl wasted type shit, um just for some reason had a problem with someone else at this party. Person was outside, way away from the person that they didn't like out of sight.
was your partner's first time around your family?
Yes, just keep that
Oh,
in
geez.
mind.
All
The
right.
first
Okay.
time my partner came around my family. This is just gonna give y'all a taste of how our family is. When we tell y'all our family is fucking crazy, we're not just saying that.
Make that
No.
very clear though, because don't do my family like that. We may be crazy, but we're not ghetto.
Like I was saying,
Insane.
that devil was on that shoulder, and it told that person to go in that house and find that person they had a problem with. And so yeah, this person that was toasted just ran in that motherfucking house and just lock eyed on that person. No matter if that person had a baby in their
Oh
hand,
shit.
that toasted motherfucker didn't.
Not
Trifling
caring.
toasted motherfucker did not give a fuck.
Oh shit.
And just like cold soccer. Like, what the fuck?
With the baby
What
in her
the
hand.
fuck? Yeah. And mind you, my significant other, for the first time, is seeing all this live action, not over the phone, in person. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I know this is not happening right now.
You were so
No
embarrassed.
way, bro. What would you
So
be thinking in your mind right
what
now?
did your partner tell you after this scenario? He said, I told her I'm gonna always be here. Nothing gonna scare me from loving you and everything that's come with, period. That's love. That is love right there. Oh, somebody wants you to get on live. Come on,
Huh?
Aaron, let us know. If not, we're going to go ahead and end this chat. We talked about how social media affects relationships, refusing to change for your relationship, and parental advice or the lack thereof in your relationship. So you guys are more than welcome to join, comment, add a question. There he goes. There we go.
Love y'all. Hey, opinionated.
My brother,
Opinionated, man.
that's
Hey, shout out
poet.
to opinionated though,
Opinion
man. Shout out to the
hated.
fam, man. Hey, man, y'all doing y'all shit. Hey, man, big things is coming. Hey, I fuck with y'all. Shout out to everybody in the room tonight. Tonight was lit.
We in there. All right, loved ones, we're gonna wrap this up. Like I said, we talked about relationships. We go live every Tuesday and Thursday, different topics. Sometimes we give you guys a chance to vote. This time, relationships won the vote. So we also let you swipe up and make suggestions. This is lifelong. We'll eventually have a podcast going with an actual format. Anybody and everybody is welcome to join the live, comment, whatever. Yeah, opinion hated.